Carrier USS Midwest sailors were apparently on a liberty excursion in Abu Dhabi. 5 other sailors were also hurt in the accident.
Show him that. So I said, well, we'll stop here first, then we'll go to the Ukrainian. That's okay.
She saw them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you missed us Friday last night. Oh, we had a house show. We ate from 7 o'clock. It was fun. Each other, they come in and we You should have seen Father dance the Ukrainian polka, and he was dressed with Ukrainian polka. I went down there to the house today, took him his car. You what? In his car, I took him. Did you? But he was just there. And they had a wonderful polka. I always have to. It's this time of year also. I first started when I went to Mass and just go home from Mass. You didn't get to Mass either? No, we were here and then there was things to do.
They were all just coming in one by one?
Yeah, one by one.
And Raymond had to go down to his back. No, Joey had to go down to his back, fix them up, and it was hard to get. Why don't you sit down in the chair? The coffee, Bill. Pretty soon, sit down.
Oh, we're not in that hurry about
You
it.
smell the coffee there?
Who's my coffee coming in the door?
I think it should be done. We did do this. Yeah. Oh, I have to open it. I'm sorry.
We need the picture of it.
The boys are anxious.
Yeah.
That's Rosemary Adelia.
She looked familiar when I walked in. I knew her. I've met her before.
And this is the lady I worked with for 12 years and a half. Yeah, that's her from the West Coast. Yeah, friend of mine, we're related. Up there is this such a nice group. Help me, my finger. I don't have no feeling. Oh, that's very nice. She makes all of those the pictures, you got the pictures? You gotta be kidding. Oh. You gotta be kidding.
Oh, look at that.
You gotta be kidding. Where did you get that picture?
You'd be surprised where they'd pick them up at.
Where in the world did you get all them pictures from? Look at that.
Surprise!
Yes, it is. Did Diana see this? Oh, that's me here.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that's me here. Yeah,
And
that's
your
my
mother?
sister, Minnie.
Oh.
She's 10 years older than that. Here I'm at St. Where am I?
Mom, should I take another picture? It's flashing again.
Oh, yeah, that's at St. Pat's School. What is this, the mixer?
Eva?
Oh, it's okay.
No.
It's supposed to be natural.
Where did you get that with Mom? I didn't have much pictures of Mom.
Well, we got some from Diane and Loretta and my mom.
Do you believe this was me, Fetzel? And do you believe this was me? I never could stand still, you know. This was taken with sister down there. Gee, Mommy sure Dad was dead already, so
Sounds kind of blurry, but it's
yeah, this is
your mom and dad.
Yes, it is, but it's when they were young. I didn't have a picture of that kind of.
And this one's pretty,
my
isn't
God.
that
Yeah,
neat?
this is neat, yeah. That's at my house. This is Loretta with the horse. Oh, my goodness. I didn't know why they wanted pictures. I thought they would have spread them out. Oh, but I love this. This is with sister. This is, who the heck was with us? With Joe? That's something with, that's bowling.
Bowling
That's
party.
That's Raymond and Loretta. That's pretty. That is pretty. Oh.
Picture.
You know what?
Agnes, if you're going to open gifts, maybe you should, there's a little gift in this one too, so maybe you should open that one too.
Okay, I didn't want no gifts. I said no gifts, please.
I know, but
I got so much.
Look at this
I
one's
know,
my
but this is-
favorite.
Oh,
that'll be something that you can use.
okay. Look at here.
Here, Mom, you shut yours off.
Okay, set it off.
I don't even know
I
whose
don't know how to
kids that
shut
is.
yours off.
That's me.
That's not me
Grandma,
on
you want
there.
some coffee?
That's the
Me and you, Grandma and Grandpa.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll have coffee. Oh yeah, this is cute. Oh,
I had to give you a little bit something from the farm.
yeah, but
Some geese.
I didn't expect no gift.
I had to give you something from a farm.
Oh, that thank you. This is so
So
good.
you don't
Thank
forget to go get the farm cookies.
Yeah. Well, sit down and
Grandma,
have
bunch of
some
grandkids.
coffee and.
Lots of
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
Lots of little ones.
I
Look at
do.
this one
I
of
got
all
so
the
much.
kids when they were so little, Grandma.
Oh yeah, that is neat. You have to come inside. So there's pictures here that I didn't even know they had. Oh, this I had my address already. Where was that taken?
That was like Doreen's graduation.
Oh, okay, okay. That was
Doreen's high school graduation.
and this was at the house.
Yeah.
She's got it on me. That's my
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All of them pictures here, you know. Oh, here the first one I got. My mother.
And that's you.
That's me and that's me. That's my Minnie, the oldest one. That's when I worked at the school. That's Mom and Dad. That's Joe's favorite bull there, and that's the old first car we had. That's our horse. Oh, this is
Priceless.
you sure that is just wonderful. Oh yes. She's done that for so many of them. She's got everybody cherishes
But we never
their
put
books.
pictures in them before.
I know.
And Cindy said, let's get everyone.
But how are
didn't.
how are
And so
you
we-
gonna get your back your
Oh,
pictures?
we're not gonna worry about it.
Someday you just pick out what or whatever you do after I'm gone. This is me. Who the heck is this here?
That's a
That's
dream.
me here. I
Cindy
wasn't-
Dream, Jolene.
That's down in
granddaughters.
Arizona.
And MC. They're taking off to go there.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat. Oh, for goodness sakes.
That was Jolene. Go ahead,
They're
Loretta.
not-
Eavesdrop. We don't mind.
And this is on our trip to Yugoslavia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I cannot
Joe's
believe
graduation.
that. And here's Mia Bum on there again. Who's behind me? I don't know. Is
That's
that,
Mikey down there. Oh, Mike.
isn't that Joey down here? No.
No, it's Mike. Ray's Mike.
Oh, okay. And this was taken where here?
I don't know. This must be the Black Hills. It says, yeah.
Oh,
Ray
okay.
and Diane and Rosemary. And then here's
Oh, yeah, look at all the, geez, of all, you know, when they asked the picture for me, I said, I don't want to advertise myself, you know, I really didn't know what they're going to do with it. This is really beautiful. Don't tell me, please don't tell me.
do that.
That's my boy and my girl here, Arizona. Now that's him back here.
That's him back there.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that mug.
I was on their wedding down there, yeah. Oh, that's neat. That's a nice picture. Oh, yeah. Every picture here is.
Michelle and Gregory.
Grandpa wasn't around no more, you know. That's too bad. That's too bad. I'm still missing, yeah. That's. Now, where was that? That was taken on the mom and on the side. Where-
Christmas last year, Doreen and Jim went down there to Arizona to be with Mom. And
This.
they're out in Arizona.
Okay.
It's Christmas Day at the park.
And this is when something else. That was something else. Her husband.
husband,
oh, there, yeah.
He didn't. He couldn't come here. Yeah.
Gregory, my boy.
This is pretty too.
That's that fountain you bought, Mom. And my dad. And here's all of us girls with Mom last year.
We'll leave that book open. They can look through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, This is me. Grandchildren. Here's Martin's mother. That's on their wedding day. It's got to have a picture of the bride. And
Here's his wife. Here's
oh yeah.
little Philip.
Okay, he's quite a little Christmas tree. And that's that family. This is a lot of snow here.
Michigan, huh?
Michigan, yeah.
Michigan. Lots of snow here. Oh, that's Loretta's dog. And that's Jackie. And then little. Oh, yeah. Isn't this lovely? I like that. Yeah. Oh, I gotta show that to everybody. Those are not.
Some Kathy's house showed up in it, and it's
Isn't
just kind of something strange when
Yeah,
you
here's
stuck them in there.
This was too bad you didn't got it with that was beautiful in church.
The windows,
that time.
huh?
Oh yeah, that was beautiful in church.
Well, they sure turned out nice, but it all was messed up a little.
I wonder where that was. Loris is on here, so gee, I look old on there. Let's page it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then so the nuts for later, whatever you want to put there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is neat.
See, let's look at the printing, right?
Yes. I was really upset when I heard from my window. And and she says, well, didn't you see Loretta? She doesn't have any
Who's
lights
Cal?
or nothing.
Who's Cal?
It's an hour a week.
I do too.
It's been forever since I've seen you. Probably never this one. Are you good? I go there.
Aren't you supposed to be narrating this?
Gosh, how old are you? 69 and holding?
Right there.
Oh, 25.
Come to read the captions.
Oh, okay. Turn. Where's that old car? Where's that old car on there?
And this is also Joe.
Jackie, come here. God, now give me everything. These are my cousins.
Robert.
Bertha.
Who's that?
I think this is Rosemary.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough call right there. It shows the printing on the film. The raised. But it's also hard to study.
When he's done, then give it the later station.
Well, happy birthday, Auntie. There's John. Happy birthday, Mark. Thank you, Laura. This is good.
We take out.
It's nice to have birthdays. That way you get to see kids. It's nice to have birthdays at least this way you get to.
Ron.
Well, that's fine. So we get to see you in between.
Laurel. It's by Billings.
I was gonna have you make this book, but
I better date that one so I can come back on that. Well, I can always come back in slow motion it later, you know. Justin, where's Cody?
Okay, these are all the ladies that ladies right there. That's the blue one. Oh, that's my grandma.
That last time.
Good. We got one for
Doreen.
Hi.
Jeez, you're just ignoring me.
I know.
Give back a raise head.
Yeah, got a lot of back Tell me about your dad for a second.
And that's Raymond's boy. That's my grandson. He looks just like and this is my
It's not on, Bill. It's not. It's not, Michelle. It's not even on. Really.
If it's not on.
See, it's not on. I just shut it off, really. Honest. I wouldn't do that to you. What are you eating?
Food.
Are you
What
catching
kind?
us all on Panasonic home video? How come none of you rich people have migrated to the little camcorders yet?
Inherited this.
I mean, you know, the little size one, you know, so you don't get a carrot.
Really? That's cute. Oh, great. How have you been? I heard. Oh, I was telling Jenny about it. And you're delighted to be there. I was their best friend. Because you heard about one of them. Yeah. I didn't know that. You know. Did you have your phone? I saw
Michelle, it's not on yet. I haven't put it on yet. We'll send us into America's Funniest Video.
Sure.
Well, if nobody knows them,
Well, they said the 4th of
there's
July.
no schedule on you guys'
They
family.
said the 4th of July on Saturday.
There's never any schedule, so how do you guys schedule?
And now they won't even.
You have to sing it. You have to sing it.
you have to say, get the kids in here.
Those shoes don't match.
You're right.
I just love saying that.
You said it all. Said it all.
This is
My favorite aunt.
work for Playboy.
My favorite aunt.
Tell us your most darkest secrets.
We're not telling stuff like that. We told we have a few.
Besides that, you couldn't do your makeup on in a recorded time.
It took us that long to get makeup on.
That was Mother's fault.
Hour and 10 minutes late.
Can you try it? Show me. Can you show me?
1 hour and 10 minutes. Hey guys, how old are you now?
There's
You guys gonna?
oh, it's pretty. I'll cherish that. I'll put it here.
Kathy, turn over.
Kathy, turn around.
Turn around.
Cindy, turn around, you guys.
All right.
Come on, you two.
Okay.
Yeah, come forward.
Jeez, you went through 4 hours of makeup? You can't even see it?
Okay.
Actually, it was 4.5 hours, wasn't it?
Doreen, turn around.
Y'all made it all together. Stand over this way. You want cake?
Can you get in there behind him? Get in there behind him. Oh, get in there.
I was gonna bring my brothers, but he told me I could take it. I told him I was all right.
Hey, wait, connect here. Putting a date on it.
Putting the date on it.
I'm trying to figure out the day. Where'd everybody go? Hey, when they do that, I was counting.
Can't you run back to that segment later and put your date on?
Yeah. Hey, what?
Did you get a picture of the cake?
Yeah.
I want to go right into the...
I had one of everything except cake. I haven't had
You,
cake yet.
oh, I haven't had nothing yet. Oh, the guy who put green and red
I
rice.
don't know.
It must be left over from Christmas.
Look at the food.
You just throw it back in there somewhere.
That's so talented.
Home and bake them.
No, Joe's going to take it. Did you want some? I'm just going to send it to me. Feel wonderful. But then I think at the beginning it was just hot.
Too much confusion.
You guys disturb the guys back to take pictures.
Ready here. Stand
We got them, ain't doing.
Well, we got them. That's as far as we got.
Christopher, get over there.
Get over there. The cap's on. Tell Doreen to come.
Everybody, come on!
Stand up, Emma. You do that, Kevin. She's gonna miss out. She's waiting for you. Okay. Not Michelle, not for Michelle. I can go over there. I'll take her.
I left the camera on. I left it on.
It's an orange flag.
Dustin! There, Dustin, look!
He's got a candy in his foot.
Should I get a picture of that? I got a picture of that one. Tell that horsey to use the toilet. Tell that horsey to go sit on a potty. Oh, he's gonna run over the doo-doo. already, yeah. Look at these losers. Best part of the whole show. Howdy. How you doing? Come on, let's see a show. You could. You could ride to work like that, save us how much a year? 30,000 a year.
Probably 10,000.
done.
Okay.
This has got that book you guys made up. I did that book.
What book?
You guys made up the photo book, all the old stuff in it, everybody's pictures. I did it on micro,
Oh, cool.
which is better than a photograph. You can get closer into the photograph. It actually shows the flaws.
With this?
Yeah, it's got micro. And then I'm gonna put that like at the beginning, like an introduction or something. Put that at the beginning of it.
Oh, great.
But all the talking will be gone. All the yelling and screaming and the music will be gone.
Aww.
Yeah, God. The hall was just one big echo of, you know. They just add music and then they edit what you want. You just write your paper up what you want. Get Rod Serling or something. That is.
Yes, he came down to see us on the Wabash Cannonball. So listen to the jingle, rumble and the roar as she glides along the woodlands by the hills and by the shores. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, that lonesome song. It's a fun drive there. On the Wabash Cannonball.
That natural wink. Natural wink when I see $50,000 in front of me. How much? 400,000?
That's it.
At least. $500,000.
Where? Right there. Straight out.
God. Yeah. Buy that one, will you, Grandma? That's worth more than the new one. Come on, load it up!
Well, my mom and my daddy down in Alabama. Beside the doctor, here I am. Going to fire on the Texas line. Love Louisiana, with the Jambalaya.
U.S. infantry. Used from another part of the state.
Let's go.
This is where the different ones died.
down here. Okay, we go down by the river. We want to go fishing.
They probably did too, but the sun just Aren't they nice?
What is that?
Okay. Someone just started about 10 minutes talking about and then right after that,
Now we should go to this.
Let me check down here. I'm going by there anyway.
I'm about done.
Standing up.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Do you want to see?
Dad, look at this. Here's what the trumpet looked like when it was brand new.
The wool and the flannel allow the air to breathe through it real easily and it breathes like this. And when it hits that moisture, it kind of cools you off in the process. So it wasn't always quite as miserable as it looks. And usually 19th century people dressed a little heavier than we're sometimes used to for summer wear too. There were no yellow scarves. Hollywood invented that later on. But most of the men bought something to wear around their neck. And then when it got dusty on the trail, but the small particles still went in, and those caused typhoid fever, which also killed soldiers. If you got sick or wounded on the campaign, there were doctors with. There were 3 in this battle. 2 of them were killed. But they were limited in what they could deal with, especially even on a slight wound to the arm or the leg, which might not threaten your life if the bleeding was controlled, still threatened your life because of the internal infection, the gangrene. So the basic treatment was amputation. The second night at the Reno site where Mike Madden had been shot in the leg on the water carrier's detail, the doctor gave him a shot of whiskey and amputated his leg out there in the field. A lot of times the men simply died from the shock and trauma of that kind of surgery. Mike Madden did live through it. He told the doctor later, another shot of whiskey, you take the other leg off too. As far as feet, the boots came about halfway to the knee. They had a square toe design. Up until the earlier 1870s, they usually came in only one width and no right or left shaping, although later that was modified. They still had problems with the nails, which had a tendency to wear up into your sole as you step down after breaking them in. The soldiers complained about that, so the Army listened, and suddenly the soldier was surprised he was being issued a file, which I guess he could keep the nails in the place. Once or twice a day at the post, you did go Hollywood. You had a parade dress blouse, which has a little more of the color and style that we sometimes see in the movies, white gloves, and on your head, a helmet. Usually you wore the cap at the post. We copied the French in much of our uniform colors and styles during the 1800s. They were our old allies and also the Army of Europe in much of that period. But in the 1870s, we went over to Europe to watch the French fight the new Prussian army. We noticed the Prussians won, so we came back copying them. And the helmet which the cavalryman wore on parade is a good example. But it's kind of awkward, falls off your head quite easily. That accounts partly for this cord which attached to the blouse, and then it slipped off. You could pull it back up before it hit the ground. But again, you wouldn't have seen items like this carried out into the campaign. The haversack carried some personal items, including some food rations, salt pork or bacon on the campaign march, hardtack biscuit, which is salt and flour and water that's baked in the company ovens until it's pretty well inedible. One man complained once he bit into something too soft and pulled out a horseshoe nail, but that might have been an exaggeration. Usually you busted it up and you threw it in your salt pork grease. And if you had a little brown sugar to sprinkle on, that was kind of a delicacy. Or else you threw it in the coffee, the cup as the water is boiling to soften it or to kill the insects that were infesting it too. So. As far as weapon or headgear, you also had a campaign hat. During the 70s, the Washington offices adopted this style. Sent them out to the soldiers, but the soldier learned that he might be out in campaigning for several months, but usually the life expectancy of this campaign hat was no more than 2 or 3 weeks before it fell apart. You may not believe it, but in those days there were companies that would cheat the government and sell shoddy material. So you would have seen a variety of headgear. Some of the men were wearing campaign hats like this. Some bought their own felt hats, straw hats. One newspaper man that summer said he saw a couple soldiers with Cook's Army wearing ladies' sunbonnets one day. So anything they had that was more durable and practical. As far as weapons, the warriors were using every weapon available on the frontier in this battle. 29 different types of weapons based on the archaeology work, cartridges and bullets found here. They had muzzle loaders, Henry Winchester repeaters, single shot hunting rifles of different types. So the soldier had no choice. He had to use what the Army gave him. And the Army was issuing 3 weapons to each soldier. Unfortunately, 2 of them were basically worthless. One of them was a saber or sword. You might have seen paintings or movies where soldiers in this battle have sabers drawn, but that tells you somebody didn't do their homework, because the Army had learned that this was becoming an obsolete relic, especially when you're fighting warriors, because in most of these battles, like the Rosebud fight and this fight, the average distance was 1,000 to 2,000 yards apart from each other. So what value is a hand weapon? They did issue them. They did bring them out of Fort Lincoln with them that summer, but when things got serious, they packaged them up and left them at a supply depot along the Yellowstone River. The same is true of your sidearm revolver. It doesn't have the kind of range. As you're deployed, say, here on Cemetery Ridge, the warriors are out at Greasy Grass Ridge in the far distance. What value is a revolver? The Army knows that. They've only given you 1 or 2 dozen rounds for it. So you're not going to be able to use it for any sustained length of time. A lot of the men were using looped belts like this, but the Army didn't give those. You had to either buy or make them yourself. This was the standard 6-shooter of the frontier, the 73 model, Colt 45. You did have to stop and reload more than the movies probably indicated. And also, you usually didn't leave a live cartridge in this chamber because there was no safety. The recruits sometimes learned the hard way. They loaded it up, put it in their revolver, somebody banging against equipment or something, they would send a bullet into their own foot or into their horse. So the Army did charge you $50 if you shot your own horse. Also, the yellow sign, that would be more of the accuracy range for the revolver. There was the old saying, save the last bullet for yourself if you're hopelessly trapped. Neither side is taking captives basically among the fighting men. But when you read accounts that soldiers in this battle committed suicide, there are no Sioux accounts to support that. So, and also the archaeology evidence has not supported that. So, anyway, your basic weapon is a Springfield 45-70 single shot carbine. It's a little bit lighter and shorter than what the foot soldiers carried. It's a breech loader, so every time you fire, you pull off one of your 100 rounds that you have for your carbine, insert it, close and fire. You probably wait for the corporal or sergeant to direct your fire in volleys. They were fighting Civil War, where they dismount. 1/4 of the men take the horses behind the line. The other men spread out 1 to 3 yards apart and fire volleys as the opposition moves within the range. Now, even though it's a single shot, it has some advantages over the repeaters because it has about 2 or 3 good accuracy within a couple hundred yards. So for its time, dependable, didn't break down very much, misfired much less often than those repeaters did. Sometimes you read there were a lot of extraction problems, if the cartridges jammed inside, the ejector pulled the head off. But in testing, that's about 2% of the time, which also comes in real close to what the archaeological evidence indicates. So that one has a attempt to use the terrain as much as possible too. I'm not going to technically or formally continue. If you have questions, I'll be glad to visit with you. But remember that this is not Hollywood. The men that I talked about, their stories are very close to our own. I mentioned Charlie Windolf, the German shoemaker who was a former deserter, but a Medal of Honor winner here. He lived until the 1950s, a contemporary to most of our lives. Elijah Strode, the young farmer from Kentucky, was not so fortunate. He was wounded and survived here, and wounded and survived in the bear paw fight a year later. But 2 years after that, at his own post, and he was murdered. So part of the violence which the soldier as well as the civilian in the frontier lived with. The Irishman, Tom Wagon, he wrote a letter to his sister before he left on this campaign. He told her he was really worried that he would not live through it. You might have remembered that letter when he was with E Company. They went down 30th, and we think their bodies are still down in that ravine somewhere. And the teenager, Willis Wright, if he was looking for excitement, he found it the hard way. He was 17 that hot June afternoon when he died with his company on the backside of his ridge. So at some point, I hope you get away from the programs. Walk the old military cemetery where hundreds of men from the Indian wars are buried. Walk the Reno Benteen Trail where 7 companies dug in for 2 days. I think then you gain an experience as you absorb the atmosphere of this place. Anyway, if you have questions, they'll be over to the side after I pack up. And our next program in a little over 5 minutes is a battle talk.
On this side of the Wolf Mountains to a point known as Crow's Nest, an old vantage point that the Crows used to stash stolen horses that they take from the Sioux. This point is about 15 miles from here, and you can see it from the Reno Benteen site. The Crows will go up there in the morning and they will look out here trying to get an idea of where this village is located. In that early morning light, without any haze in the valley, they'll see movement back there on the benchlands where the interstate now runs. They'll see the movement of the pony herd, about 30,000 horses that the Sioux and Cheyenne have for this large village, grazing out there on those benchlands, making a moving mosaic and pattern of color. The Indian scouts describe it as like worms crawling across the ground. They'll warn Custer that there's probably enough Indians in this valley to fight for days, and that they may not even have enough ammunition for all. We'll simply say that if there are Indians present here, the 7th Cavalry will get through them in 1 day if necessary, and they will return to their station at Fort Abraham Lincoln. In the early morning hours also, I had mentioned the Sioux are observed watching the column, so to postpone till the 26th will not be in the cards for Custer, and he'll form his men up and cross the Wolf Mountains about 10 a.m. and move down a small creek that we now call Reno Creek. For those of you who have those little brochures that they handed out when you came in, there's a little map in there you could kind of follow along if you'd like. Custer's first disposition when he gets into this valley will be to split up his command. He did 3 companies, 120 men to Captain Frederick William Benteen, a very brave officer from the Civil War and Indian fighter of some note. Benteen is to take his companies and swing off to the southwest to stop Indians from fleeing in that direction. Custer's thought continuously in this is that this Indian village will pack up and flee. That's an important point to remember in this discussion, because most large villages do pack up and flee when confronted by cavalry. Custer will march onward as Benteen leaves with his 3 companies, and then Custer will make another decision. He'll give 3 more of the companies to Major Marcus A. Reno, a Civil War general of some note, but he has no experience fighting Indians, or at least very little. Reno is to march along the south bank of the creek. Custer will be protected, so 1 company will be with the pack train, plus the civilian packers and 6 men detailed from each of the other companies to help guard that pack train. So now we split our force into 4 groups. The pack train will follow behind the main columns. Without seeing the size of the village or location, this will be crucial. For just in a couple of hours, as Custer moves closer to the confluence of that creek and the Little Bighorn, about 7 miles to the south of here, Indians will be seeing to the scouts, or at least to a couple of the white scouts, that the Indians are gathering the horses to flee, when actually they're gathering the horses probably to fight. Custer will send Reno ahead to follow Indians in his front. He'll give him these instructions: follow those fleeing Indians with your troop, engage them, and I will support you with the entire command. Reno will take out following those Indians, and Custer will abruptly turn north. For reasons we don't know, he'll come up on this side of the river on the bluffs that are to our south. Reno will take his command into the valley, form them in a line, and out beyond that green finger of trees way down there, about 5 miles away, actually 6, where the open land is out towards the interstate that you can see, Reno will form his men out into a line. First at a walk, then at a trot, then at a gallop, and then they'll blow the bugles and charge the last half mile, sweep into the river area, and there looming in front of him will be the south end of this large village. Reno, being a prudent man, will halt his 120 men about 500 yards south of the village. He'll put them in a skirmish line, dismounted, 95 men across the valley floor. Hundreds of Indians will ride out of the south end of the village to confront him. He'll send 2 messengers back to Custer to tell him that there are Indians in his front, they are strong, and they are not fleeing. Those men will leave and will later be found dead with Custer's command at Calhoun Hill. At any rate, Custer, moving northward, while Reno is in, come on, big village, be quick, bring the packs. P.S. Bring the packs, meaning the pack train. Giovanni Martini, a very lucky Italian-speaking American, will carry that message back to Benteen. He'll look back to see Custer's column descending a large ravine or coulee, probably Medicine Tail Coulee, that goes right down to the river. Martini's glimpse of the command will be the last that any white man will see of Custer and his 5 companies. In the valley, Reno, coming under intense pressure, has called in his skirmish line, and they fight south of the village for about 30 minutes. Looking over his shoulder for support that's not coming, and for ammunition, things are getting desperate. In the meantime, Martini has reached Benteen, and Benteen is on the move, coming back north with his 3 companies. He'll hear gunfire in the north. He'll ride up to the valley, expecting to find both commands engaging the Indians. But that will not be the case, for later Benteen will say, valley.
You see it? You see my
He will then
finger, Dad?
reinforce Reno's command on the hilltop position 5 miles to the south, and we'll have, in the meantime, there's seamen.
You're up and at it this morning. Yeah, he's your little helper. He's such a good boy.
Hi, just come here, Sean.
Oh, somebody woke up.
Take a little room there. Here's Sean. He needs steps and he's this barely coming alive. Sean, look at it. Look at him. There's
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. You gotta save something for something else besides us here.
Oh, okay.
Joe, get Grandpa's flower garden.
Did you have fun
Caught you with your coffee.
Oh, here we go.
Got that coffee this time.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, there you go. Do a dance for him. I'm gonna send this to Hollywood.
You what now?
I'll send this one to Hollywood.
Oh, they don't need me.
Yeah, they might. Gotta get Marie cooking.
Have a pancake.
Pancakes?
Yay!
Those look good.
Back, back.
You ready for a pancake, Greg?
What? Me, yeah.
You
I'm ready.
You ready, Cody? You ready, Sean?
Oh,
Cody, do Home Alone.
Broken. Does it? See the Cody.
Cody, do Home Alone.
Cody, do Home Alone. Do Home Alone. Do Home Alone. Oh!
Look at Daddy.
Home Alone.
Do Home Alone.
Here we go.
Home Alone.
Never does it for
They
Kim.
never do when you want it
Never
to.
do it.
Oh!
Sean did
Do
it.
it with you.
Sean did it. Let's see who does it better. Okay, ready? You first, Dustin.
Okay. Justin, do it.
Let's see who does it the best.
We'll do
Okay,
it
go.
all. Ah!
Okay, your turn.
Justin.
Your turn, Greg.
Ah!
Wow. Okay, your turn, Cody.
Ah! I like that one.
That was a good one.
First place! First place! No!
It's a big one, huh, Dustin? Oh, you guys are funny.
You fished last night.
Is that right?
Hey, you only caught a big one like
Look at
this.
Daddy.
We think it was a carp.
Why, a carp's bad to eat?
Some people eat it all the time.
Bah. Great. Oh, give me a hug.
We
Oh,
do
give me
that.
another hug. Joe.
About that high.
Nether. Let's sit.
But
Go
they've got
Joe
that
get
kind
us.
of a mouth or a...
Joe.
He's
gonna give me a hug and a
suckers
kiss.
or anything like that, do they? They got that... That's,
We can wait.
that's the carp.
I get it.
Kind of a mouth that looks like a
Yeah.
sucker. It's got that hidden lip.
I'll wiggle my butt like Grandpa. Can you
Well,
sing
tell
that too?
us a real quick story.
What kind of a story you want to hear?
I don't know.
The one that will put us to sleep.
Driving cows or herding cows out on a section of...
Ah!
When I was a
Cody,
kid,
don't.
there was, Gregory there, and it was so dry doing that. Take the cows out of the pasture, take them, drive
Go
them
sit on
down,
Grandpa's lap for a minute.
down
Daddy,
on
get a
suction
picture.
lines and feed them.
Sit on Grandpa's
That's
lap.
my job.
Isn't that too funny?
Take them out in the morning for a few hours, bring them in at noon, and let them drink water, and take them out all afternoon.
There's a lot of that in
And at night they'd go in the pasture, eat. There was no food.
Go get on Grandpa. Go over there
Russian
by
thistle.
Grandpa.
Oh my, Russian thistle.
Dustin, go over
was
there,
what
my
they was
grandma.
feeding some of them.
Sean.
these.
And then we got the desk here. And he get a little hug here too.
Sit down there, Greg.
Where's the water come from? Where's the water at?
Cody, get up there.
Come off.
Sean, you gotta get up there too. Hurry up.
Right over here in your office.
Can't see. Where's the water from?
And here's one more. And then we got the, and where's Sean? We need him to.
Sean, hurry up. Get over there. Almost out of film.
Where's the water? Oh, it's a bullet.
Sit on this one.
Mine. Let go, Sean. It's not true.
Got them all.
Grandpa's. Yeah. You eat too much. Give me it. You can't have it, Greg. I know.
Yeah, we're Daddy see you in the camera.
Yeah, let Daddy see the camera.
Okay, everybody wave.
Everybody wave. Hi.
Get out of my way.
Okay, now everybody give Grandpa a kiss.
Everybody kiss Grandpa.
Everybody kiss Grandpa. Sean, give Grandpa a kiss. He's wiggling.
Mountain, by the way.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Show the light. It's still on. Show the light.
No, see in there. Give me the picture after you're done, okay? Use that towel.
Up in the ground and over the hill to that. And then we're going to go into our little cabin.
Dustin, smile. Mommy, smile.
I want to see in the picture.
Where's Cody?
Dad, I want to see.
Hacienda for a few days.
But I want to see in there. I want to see.
Cody, how you like this house? You like it?
Is
Good
it big
boy.
enough for you?
Is it big enough for you? It's not very big for me. One toilet, one shower. Okay, you take a picture of me, Dustin. Put it on your shoulder like that. See there. Pointing at me. Can you see me?
Yeah. You want to go to the show at 8?
Hi, Dustin.
Hi.
We made it. We're at Glacier Park.
Not the ocean, the water.
Okay. So you have to look through the square with one eye. Right here. Look through the picture first. Hold real still.
Push the button.
I can feel it.
Dustin, wave. Wave. Wave.
Look at the snow. Look at all that snow up there, Dad. Dad, take a picture.
Wait, get back here, Mr. Cody.
Dad, take a
Thank
picture
you.
of that snow.
Look at the lake. See the water down there? Daddy, did you see the lake? The water down there by the edge. See down in there? See the water on the lake? The water by the trees?
Mom, look at that.
See that waterfall too? What? You could walk over there. You want to walk way over here?
Plenty of battery left. Got an hour. Hour and something I feel.
Go. Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
I want to go back, Mom.
You don't need to eat breakfast. Wait, hold still, Dustin. He went. The river on the water floating.
Don't go in there. Clean up. Clean.
Don't get in the water. You should.
Let's see how. Let's see, Jigger.
Oh.
Isn't this just beautiful, Dustin? Have you ever seen anything so pretty in your life? You think you'll ever see this again? Dustin, look up there. You think you'll ever see this again? I hope I do.
I want to go around there and go first.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Gotta break the
you get over here. Get over here. I want to take a picture for us. Take a picture, Hood. Take the picture. Yeah, really. Okay. Can you go see that? Smile. Put it. I don't need the flash, right?
Not really. I do with mine though. I'm taking another picture too.
Cody, look! Cody! Cody! Cody, wave! Dustin, wave! Dustin!
Look at the moss dripping the water. Look at the moss dripping the water.
Unbelievable.
It takes your breath away.
Look at how straight
So
I know.
gorgeous. And the moss all along the edges. Remember when we touched that moss this morning, Dustin? It was really soft. Look at it growing against the wall. You know that green moss? Oh, on the side. Look, it says danger, keep off. What it says. Little Christmas tree. Cody, come here and stand by the Christmas tree.
Stand by that little Christmas tree.
Hold the Christmas tree. Touch it. Look at that little Christmas tree. Can we take it home? Look at that little Christmas tree. Oh, it's neat. Yeah. Petey, 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 Petey. The bad one. Hey, let's come down, turn around.
Is that a trash can?
Now there's a road going down there. Look. Joe.
Must be where we're going.
I'll be damned. That's where we're going.
God, what an easy shot.
Can't see shit. Well, that would help.
That's not. eyes. There you go. Smart. Give me Home Alone. Where you at, Cody? Glacier?